We've already sieged that one. Never mind. Like, why can't I detach a siege there? No reason not to put our trade ships back to work, I guess. Hello, Joker. Synaptic, need you to start considering taking a look at potential alliances here. Unfortunately, we're still tied up in a royal marriage with Kachar. Where's our other one at? Delhi alliance. We got royal marriages with. Well, we might be able to re-establish our alliance with Nepal. Kachar, we will not be able to. Okay, I'll start working on influence then. Yep. Yep. That wasn't too bad. Considering that we were at war time ago. Won't be able to. Nope, we lost our general. He wasn't a very good general. Our heir is definitely a better military leader than he is a administrative leader. Or at least, he's better at running away. A lot of religious wars going on lately. Both of these sieges will be done momentarily. Do we dare try to grab anything from them? I don't know if we can afford to grab anything from them at all. We'll take a look once the siege is over. I don't think we'll have enough of a war score without going into Nepal as well to do that, but we can take a look. We've got no fleet left. Yeah, they finally regained their island down, most of their island down here. Who else is down here? Mayaka. Oh, they peaced out. Before we even had a chance to pause it, they peaced out. So, nothing we can do there. So land's changing hands over here. Colony's growing okay, core's going well. Still get a free military leader. I'm going to grab another explorer for now. Let's take a look and see if we can find some of Australia. Got a little bit of maneuver on them, so that's pretty good. Oh, good grief. We're young enough, hopefully we'll get an heir. And he's got to be better than a 021. My son! Disputed succession, Kathiawar. Could try to do a claim throne on Kathiawar. They take a royal marriage right now and they have a disputed succession. We wouldn't be able to actually press the claim for a couple years, but we'd be fighting Nepal if there was an actual succession war. Which isn't a big deal. Let's just stew on that for a bit. Excuse me. The instant we finished sieging the last territory of Kathiawar, Kathiawar's separate peace with Delhi. Which took, with them out of the war, that took them back to a 0 war score. But you missed what I just said. We could royal marriage Kathiawar and do a claim of throne on them. If we got into a succession war, they have a disputed succession. If we got into a succession war, it would be against Nepal. A pioneer colony is very much a man's place, but as the colony develops, we look to switch growth from emigration to new births. The colonial company responsible for one of our colonies that was arranged for a number of marriageable women, mostly widows, to travel to the colony to see that families are started. Gained 200 population and 13 manpower in Flores. That's very nice. I like that. The problem with that is it takes so long to do that. Takes first of all, you've got to get the royal marriage, you've got to get the 190 relation, and that'll be the problem with them, since we've been to war with them so many times. Then it's 20 years as a vassal, and then it's whatever period of time it takes to do the actual annexation. We did that earlier against Malabar, and it took about 42, 43 years to complete the process. I'd be all for the royal marriage and pressing a claim of throne, since we're not up against any, Delhi's, Nepal's their only other royal marriage. We wouldn't be in too much of a succession war if it fell to that. And I don't think we get any kind of expansion penalty for that type of claim. We're going to try that. We can at least start the process of that. We have the relationship capability. Okay, we're getting close to a Diplotech, I think. Which was our trade depots, which is good. Our next administrative point, well, we still have one core to do. Once that hits the 90%, I'll start the coring of the final province. I think it's just the one we have. Yep. Now there's another free colony. No natives, no aggression. It's only a tax base of 1, but yeah, that's Kachar again. That was the one Kachar tried to pull us into while we were already at war with the others. $89 to core that one. Kachar's been in a perpetual state of war for the last 70 years or so. Shan in a military alliance with the Oryat Horde. Oh, look at Manchu's starting to take shape up here. And I think Ayutthaya has gotten their complete island chain back. Yep, they have. And they turn around and go right to war with Orissa. These are the one of the ones we have to worry about too. I wonder what they look like technologically. 588 to our 679, so they're about on par with us there. And we're about ready to push to 689. Okay, completed coring our colony down here. So I want to go ahead and take that and immediately throw a dock down there. It's going to give us a jumping off point into the Pacific. Or exploration into the Pacific. Wonder if we can hit the west coast of North America before Castile does. Can almost wipe peace with Nepal. Malwa declared war on Kathiawar. Ton more potential colonies out here, including some easily captured ones. Not a lot of natives on them. Okay, we can start seeing a little bit about what's going on in the Chinese area now. This is the first time Japan has not made uh, progress onto the mainland. Manchu is the power to be in the China area. Okay, Orissa and Kachar white pieced. So everything back there is back to normal status quo, except Orissa is still at war with Ayutthaya. Yeah, we're working on Indonesia. We can't actually grab Australia now, which one of my advisors was after. Synaptic, I think it was. We have the range to reach southwestern Australia. And there is our Diplotech and our trade depots. Yep, next colony that's available, we can certainly consider landing down there. We'll take a look and see. We should be able to actually reach eastern Australia, actually. We'll take a circle around the island continent down there. We certainly have a ton of islands out here we can colonize. You might have missed it. Spread of discoveries, we can actually see what's taking place in the whole of East Asia. Japan has not made its progress into the mainland. Manchu appears to be the Chinese dynasty to be the major power right now, although Ming's not doing too bad, Zhu's not doing too bad either. All three dynasties are doing okay. It'd be interesting to see if any one of them actually takes a stranglehold. It's right about here. I can't quite see it yet. Certainly going to grab a couple islands. There's some very cheap islands we can grab out here with little to no natives on them that we can use as jumping points to get to North America. Said we've finished coring this one. We're coring this one now. There were several islands with next to no natives, so let us take a look. Care for a couple trade depots here. They take 10 diplomatic power each, but so you could afford 4 or 5 of them right now. Looks like they are all strictly 1.0 trade power buildings, so I probably need to take the caps lock off Nightbot. The caps don't bother me as long as it's not one person spamming, in which case there's other spam filters to catch that. I'm going to pick the highest trade value provinces and build you some of these trade depots. All of these spice places, it looks like. Yeah, I'll take that off on the next. Well, I can do it here. It's on the laptop. The caps don't bother me as long as it's somebody's not one person that isn't abusing it. Okay, that'll fix that. Yeah, the Nepalese, we should be able to piece out on it. We were very close last time. I'm half of a mind to just let it go so we don't get the penalty for with Delhi for piecing out early. It's not affecting us in any way. Do you want to go with the claim of throne on Kathiawar there, Synaptic? Again, if we got into a succession war, it would be between us and Nepal, which is not a big deal. We can't get up to them at this point. We have no means to get up to Nepal. Okay, we're going to go ahead and do that. We have a truce with them, so we can't actively press the claim. But if he dies with a disputed leader, then it'll be potential war between us and Nepal if we don't automatically get the throne. Don't want to do anything while we have a truce with them anyway. But once our truce expires, we can certainly press that claim. These guys are going to do a trid if we let them continue on that route. We're going to go back this way. I don't want to lose that fleet through attrition. What do you think? White peace with Nepal or just let it play out? I mean, Delhi probably going to be able to knock them out of the war as it is. Okay. I was kind of that mind. Okay, these guys are slightly out of colonial range right now, Eastern Australia. Once we finish coring, Flores, it might be within range. It's going to be close. Just about, speaking of coring, we're just about finished coring. Amanagar. So all we have left is Marathwada and our colony to core. half of mine to take our next gold. Cost 523 gold. I don't know. Goods produced, one. One. I don't know, maybe that isn't worth it. None of them have a huge grain production at this point. Maybe we'll save it and do a either a march or an embassy. March cost 523, embassy cost 1,000, however. Tibetan Shan White Peace. Nepal just got their formalized scales, weights, and measures, which was tech level 5. So Nepal just hit tech 5 in administrative. Local nobles not satisfied with their granted privileges. They demand more rights and are willing to back this up with a rebellion. Really? 11 noble regiments. Local tax modifier for 20 years. Or a stability hit. Where is it? Telangana? Which one is that? Right there in the middle. Sorry guys. You may be nobles, but you're going to be dead nobles. I was going to say, are you going to move or not? Take a look and see what our naval force limit's at. We've got room for 10 more ships. I'm going to throw 2 more heavies together and probably some more trade ships then. Wait a second, when is our next ship type? Maybe we won't throw any more heavies together. Maybe we'll wait till we get our next Diplotech, since we can't upgrade ships like we can troops. I think we'll do with what we have for now. Well, hell, I was thinking about finishing this about now, but got a ton of people here interested in it, so maybe we'll let it run another half hour or so and make a decision then. For those that are new to the channel, welcome. This is our third long-term playthrough. We've done one as Portugal, one as Naples. Hindustan, Persia. Okay, we can take a look and see if we can grab this alliance you wanted, Synaptic. No. Not yet. All we need for them to do is get a slightly higher relationship with us for that to be a potential alliance, so we'll keep an eye on that. We might be able to improve this with taking a look at rivals. If we have common rivals, that might be sufficient. Oman or Timurids? Well, we certainly know where they are. Timurids would be a good one. It's not going to affect us in any way. Take a look and see if rivaling them would push Persia over the brink to accepting an alliance with us. Anyway, as I was saying, this particular save, I've chosen 3 of my regular viewers to play the part of my military, diplomatic, and administrative advisors. Also have a couple subordinate advisors for the times when my primary advisors aren't around. That would be why you'll see me asking Synaptic or Cyber for specific advice. They are my military and diplomatic advisors. Devil's been in and out of the channel. He's one of my subordinate advisors for the administrative side. But basically I take their advice and implement their directly into the game in their jurisdictions. See, yeah, Eastern Australia is just out of colonial range. We'll have to see what happens when we complete the coring of Flores here. We do have one colonist available. We want to grab another cheap island. Out here in the island chain, we were looking at Madagascar at one point. If we take Madagascar, we certainly need to throw a significant army out there to suppress the natives that are there. Got one inland territory in Africa we could grab as well. But there's a ton of small islands we could grab, some of them of which don't take any real protection. Saram would be a good one, only 500 natives, low aggression. Boru, 200 or low aggression, 500 natives. So there's a few out here we could grab cheaply while we're waiting to either hit Eastern Australia. We can grab Western Australia too, Synaptic. We'd have to potentially throw some troops down there, but we have some readily available. So let you think about that. There's a few places we could grab while we have a colonist available. Kachin defected to Shan. That would be one of Kachar's recent provinces. Well, there's only one Western Australia province. We can certainly grab it. Everything else is wasteland. except for the southwest corner and the east-southeast. Everything else is wasteland. So if you want Western Australia, we can certainly grab it. We'll go ahead and do that. I'm not going to bother with stationing troops down there unless we get an uprising. Small number of natives like that generally don't have a problem with uprisings. We have troops nearby, we can move down there if it looks like we have to. Oh, what the hell? We have a merchant not doing anything. We must have had a decision that I missed. Yeah, we missed, or maybe it was, well, we haven't been in a war with them, have we? I don't know, but we've had a merchant free for I don't know how long. Almost at our next tech group, and that'll be our next discussion, is what we take for our second idea group. There have been a couple ideas tossed around over the course of the last couple days. Kachar went to war again. Kachar is the most militaristic, non-Aragon country that I've seen in a while. I say that for those that weren't around for my first save opening week. I was playing Portugal at the time, and there was never a time in the entire game, I think, that Aragon was not declaring war on somebody. They declared war on the Mongols. They declared war on the Germanic nations. They declared war on Spain. And the funny thing was, Aragon wasn't even present in the Iberian Peninsula anymore. Their holdings were a couple islands in the Mediterranean and South Italy. Aragon was not afraid of tackling anybody. Oops. I'm missing some of the... Okay, I need to turn up the sounds or something. I'm missing these notifications. Peace offer from Nepal. White peace with Nepal. Sounds like a deal to me. Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe we just let it play out. Looks like Delhi's actually going to manage to actually... Delhi should be able to push the peace here themselves at any time. I don't know, what do you think? Yeah, separate peace. Which means we would take the slight penalty with Delhi, which isn't a big deal. That disappears fairly quickly, so I don't mind doing it one way or the other. Okay. So Delhi looks like they might be able to push the peace button at any time. Oops. Darn it. Really? Okay. I swear the naval attrition seems a lot worse on this run. Do I have two fleets patrolling? Okay, let's take a look at these trade fleets. Patrolling Malacca, Ceylon. Malacca. Okay, yeah. Darn it, I got that trade all messed up, didn't I? It should be in the Bengal trade node. Okay, that boosts our income to 15 a month right now. That's pretty good. Okay, I'm going to go grab a drink. I'm going to let this run out for a minute. I'll be right back. Okay. Now that's a pretty decent general. Cyber should be happy with that. Speaking of generals, we do have a couple wars we could probably press. Got claim on Mandala here. We've got a claim on Jharkhand here. So we have 2 wars. Can't do the claim throne yet on Kathiawar. We still have a truce with them. When does that truce expire? Well, hell, if we wait 6 weeks, we could press a claim on Kathiawar too. So we've got 3 potential wars we could be looking at here. I think Cyber's still AFK. We'll wait till Cyber gets back. There's not a big hurry here. But there's 3 potential, and now we may not be able to press on Jharkhand because Ayutthaya might be sieging that first. They're headed that way. Yeah, Delhi's going to be able to peace out here anytime. What's your preference on our next expansion here? Given the 3 choices, assuming Orissa pieces out and retains Jharkhand. There's the peace with Nepal. So we are back at peace. And Delhi's about to call us to a war against Malwar. I presume they are anyway. National decision. There's no change there. Lose 50 military power, lose 10 prestige. Yep, there's the call to war. Well, that makes it easy. We already have a claim on Mandala. We might as well accept that war claim and take what territories we can. See if we can't get Mandalay as a minimum, since they're one of our claims. He's going to try to come into our territory. We'll intercept him here. Got too many cavalry here. Have a good evening, Paradox. Thanks for joining. This game will run again probably Wednesday. Tomorrow evening's usually not a great day timing-wise for especially to get my advisors involved. So this will probably run again Wednesday. And we'll just siege everything here on the eastern side. Said what we probably want is one or two territories out of this, probably the two southeastern ones. Okay, our next administrative is nearing completion. That is our next idea group. 50% of 171 or 50 ducats. That's an easy choice. Arissa, who is already must have just pieced out with Ithia. I was going to say Arissa, who's already being besieged by Ithia, all of a sudden declares war on Nepal. Makes sense to me. think one of the good things, all of these fights that we have are all inland against inland nations. We've had very little to worry about naval powers. Get that next Diplotech point in our new ship types. Those new ship types will give us a decided advantage again at sea, I think. Trying to hold off purchasing any new ships until we get that level. We still have no air, don't we? Oh, we're short an advisor. Synaptic, are you about? Yep, you need to pick a replacement advisor. Relation over time or the reputation? That would be their opinion of us. Would be the reputation, I think, that you want there. We don't have the minus 1,000 anymore. Once we're out of the war, I think we could get it. I think we could get our alliance once we're out of this war. Okay, we need to move some troops down there. That's fine. We've got some available. Kind of war score. Oh, we could get our 2 territories right now. I don't think I want any more than the 2 territories at this point. Yeah, 136 war score for full annexation. Yeah, we certainly don't want to do that. They're way too big for a full annexation. No, we can't get Mandu. That's their capital. Let's finish one more siege and we'll get the rest of their gold. I think the 2 territories and their gold is now we can't take too many. We're still not fully cored, so we've already got a significant overextension. We take these 2, we'll be maxing our overextension. Definitely going to grab all their gold, though. All we need to do is finish one more siege like so, and we can grab all their gold. That gives us just a little bit of room. I'm going to go for the core revocation too. They have claims on a lot of our territories right now, cores on a lot of our territories. And we want to start ridding them of those cores. Starting with the ones he's bordering. but we can get 2 of them for now. He has no treaties. How much do we need to get the trade power? Of course, he's not going to have any trade power by the time this is done, is he? He's losing 2 more territories to me and probably a couple to India. 1 siege nearing completion. Let's finish off these sieges. Again, I don't want him to peace out with Delhi here. Let's finish this last siege here and see what happens. See if we can get the trade power. This siege is almost done, it looks like. Don't want to get too greedy here and have him peace out with Delhi prematurely. And if Delhi completes that siege first, then that might be what happens. Okay, let's see what we can get. I don't think we're going to get the trade power. Let's see what happens if we get rid of the core revocation. Nope, we still can't get that. So, trade power is off the table. We will get them to revoke whatever cores we can. Let's see, annul treaties. I'm not worried about Baluchistan. 1, 2, 3, 4. We can get them to revoke cores on all of their territories that we have. Take their 2. Take their gold. That looks like a deal. That's going to put us at max overextension again, but we're halfway through one and 70% through a second core, so it won't take too long. So I think that is what we do. I took a look. That was just slightly over the war score that we could have, and I didn't want to get too greedy. And we finally got another heir. I didn't want to get too greedy because as soon as they finished this siege, with us having everything else sieged, they were going to get a separate piece with Delhi, and we would have lost any chance of getting a piece. We had maxed out the war score we could get with them. Okay, let's see what our heir looks like. 343. Much better than the 012021 that we had earlier, so that's a bonus. They don't give you anything, but they sure as heck can lose you stuff. As I found out in my, was it my Portugal save? No, my Naples save. Probably both of them. Naples save ended up being a big fail because about 50 years from the end of the game, my ally decided to give up a huge chunk of my territory. Get out of that attrition there. Okay, so we've got a decent heir now. We just have to survive for the next 15 years. We're about ready to push our administrative tech. So then it's a matter of what we take for our second idea group. I know what the one idea that was being pushed around by my administrative advisor, and I'm leaning toward that, but have to see what the other two have to say if they're about. I haven't seen Cyber back yet. two that we can't convert now religiously. Yeah. Yep. Nepal peaced with Kachar, white peace. Okay. Quick. What's the bet on who Kachar declares war on next and how quick he does it? Kachar just peaced out with Tibet. They're currently at peace. They're truced with Nepal, Orissa, Khandesh, and Kathiawar. That leaves Tibet. Tibet is there, or Shan. I bet it's Shan. No, I bet it's Shan, and I bet it's under 2 months. I bet it's before the end of the year. They're truced with Orissa. I'm gonna say it's Shan, and I say it's before January 1st. Of course, they do have a rebel problem, so that might slow them down briefly. Might be a small speed bump. An alliance offer from Nepal wants to reestablish the alliance. Nepal. In the meantime, we are out of war. We are just a few points shy of being able to ally Persia. Yeah, that's what I said. Shan before January 1st. So, Nepal, or do we push for Persia? We're only 10 points shy of being able to get that alliance. I'm not sure we can push that any higher though without... Okay, we were talking about this earlier. If we rivaled somebody that's his rival, that might push us over the top. Timurids was the one that came to mind. So Delhi lost territory in the west but gained it in the east, so they've stayed about the same size there. They might expand a little bit to the south as well. You wanted to ally Persia, so what we're going to do is we're going to try to help that along. Let's make sure real quick. They're still rivaled with Timurids? They are. We're going to try to push that along a little bit. All we need is 1 point, and we can ally Persia. Actually, I think we can take that alliance with Nepal. We already have a marriage with them, so that's not costing us anything, now that I think about it. Yeah, so we can take that alliance with Nepal. Unless you have any objections to that, Synaptic. We can still push for our alliance with Persia. Go ahead then. One point with Persia. Sorry, I already pushed it. Nepal was asking for an alliance to reestablish the alliance. We already had a royal marriage, so that doesn't cost us any. Didn't cost us any diplomatic penalty. In the meantime, we are 1 point shy. Oh, nope, we can get our alliance with Persia too. That's going to put us one over. I have no problem with that immediately, especially if we push claims on Kayathwar. Who are they fighting right now? They're fighting Malwa right now. If we press our claim on Kayathwar, then... Okay, I take it that's a yes. They'll do that. So we're over by 1. That's not a huge deal right now. Still have a solid income of 6 a month, and as soon as we press our claim, we can either lose our royal marriage with Kachar, or we can press our claim on Kayathwar. So that gives us our first really strong ally. So we're allied with Delhi, Persia, Nepal. Alliance with Persia, Delhi, Nepal. We've got 3 alliances. Native uprising. Our coring is nearing completion. Okay, here's the next thing. Press our claim. Okay, we can do that. Let's get our troops up there. Because we're going to want to, we'll have to occupy the capital in order to request for military access from Kathiawar. Sure, why not? I don't know if you saw, we got a, okay. Now it's time to stop and discuss things, but I don't think we have anybody here to discuss things with. There's our administrative tech. That is our new idea group. Finally got our second idea group. I know that I think it was Devil was advocating as our first administrative group, the religious idea group. Let's see, that gives us permanent CB, extra missionary, stability cost, missionary strength. So it would take us four levels of religious ideas to get anything useful. It's the only problem with that one. I mean, okay, yeah, we have the automatic claims, I guess is okay. We don't have a problem with claims. Cyber's not here, so I'm not sure exactly what he might want in the military side. Devil, are you about? Personally, I kind of favor the economic ideas or the innovative ideas out of this group. The economic ideas with the build cost modifier, get all those cheap manufactories and whatnot. Tax modifier, inflation reduction, the first 3 are all great at that economic idea group. I kind of favor that. Innovative, the prestige decay is good, merc cost is good, tech cost is great, especially for us at the early stages of the game in particular. So I would be more inclined to take either the economic or innovative, I think, than the religious. Said religious is great, but the one that we really need is four deep. And as far as the military, I'm not sure what Cyber would prefer, and he's been AFK for a bit. As far as the Diplo, I'm not too much in favor of grabbing another one unless you don't plan on pushing this one any further soon. Because I certainly don't want to be pushing two Diplo tracks at the same time, and we'd be lagging in the Diplo tech if we did that. Oh, okay. We just got our second idea group unlocked, and we're trying to determine where to go. I wasn't sure exactly what you would be leaning toward in the military track, and then it would be deciding whether we were taking a military track or one of the others. My comments were yeah, okay. Do you know which one you would lean toward? Based on your initial your comments earlier, I would think it's probably not going to be defensive. Quality, quantity. Let's see, manpower recovery speed. That's not bad. That manpower recovery speed of 20% isn't bad. Takes it from 10 years to 8 years for full recovery of manpower. Leader shock, national manpower modifier 25% isn't bad. So you got a lot of good early ones, that's certain. We're probably not going to take a second diplomatic right now. We've got a more permanent CB against pagans. I forgot about that one. Said if we went administrative, I'd be more inclined to take economic with the build cost modifier for the buildings and such, buildings and units, or the innovative with the early tech cost reduction. We get that early, that's a pretty good bonus, but I'm not necessarily leaning toward the administrative right away. If we want to take a military, that's fine too. I don't think anything over here gives us any colonial capability. There's some ship costs, maintenance modifier, a lot of manpower modifier ones. If you need to see the ideas in each group, let me know, Cyber. We can get to North America easily enough on what we have. Just do the island hopping. That's not a too terribly difficult to do. Well, we can afford it, especially with. I mean, we're only lagging behind slightly now, and both our current monarch and our heir is. We got a new heir while you were gone. Both solid in those areas, so it's not a matter of whether or not we can afford it. We can't afford not to get them at some point. I'll put it that way. But it doesn't have to be right now. I'm just wondering what you're thinking about for the military side. I said I'm not hard pressed to push an admin right now. If we went innovative, the earlier we got it, the better to get that tech cost reduction early on. But it doesn't have to be this idea group. But what are you thinking of as far as the military idea groups? And we're going to finish this off in the next 10 minutes, by the way, this session. So basically we're going to... yep. I'll let it run for a bit. Like I said, if you need to see any of the specifics in the group, let me know. In the meantime, what happened was we've gotten an alliance with Persia now. So our alliances are Persia, Delhi, and Nepal. We've just pressed claims on on the throne of Kathiawar, and we're getting ready to actually press a claim the throne war button with them. As soon as we finish these rebels off. We have to take and hold that capital is all we have to do for that war. Looks like they peaced out in their previous war. And we're about ready to get our next military tech too. Several of the leading members of the government are deeply worried about some changes proposed to how the realm should be ruled. They demand to stop to such outrageous reforms based on our tried and proved traditions, naturally avoiding mentioning how the changes would impact their own power base. Lose administrative power, lose prestige. That's an easy one. Delhi accepted peace with Baluchistan annulling treaties. Ethiopia accepted peace with Adal ceded territory, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3 territories to Ethiopia. Ethiopia is growing over here. There is our military. Congratulations, you have a new artillery type. Plus some additional cavalry capability. So the immediate question is, which artillery piece are you more in favor of? I suspect I know the answer, but we'll see. And I was wrong. It's been 6 months, and Kachar has been too busy fighting rebels to be able to actually declare war. Okay. I can pull them up and we can certainly take a look at the individual. Did you have a preferred upgrade to the artillery? Got two choices here. Ah, okay. Let me know. Like I said, I'm not necessarily needing to press an administrative right now, so we can certainly take a military now and then the administrative next time around. So if you come up with one, let me know. Yep, that's kind of what I thought you'd say. Let's see. No guy except the peace with Timurids. Timurids lost 3, 4, 5 territories. I think we'll end it at the end of this war with Kathior, actually. A good stopping point for the night. A lot of uprisings in that colony down there. Damn, that revolt went down quick. I think in the Naples save, defensive was the first one I took, but I had I was doing the defensive wars in Italy, in the peninsula proper, so it made sense for me. I haven't looked at specifically what they'd look like this time around. Lucastan, peace with Persia, full annexation. Zoo, Diavet, annulled all treaties with a couple territories. Okay, we need an 84 war score to get the Union, which means essentially sieging everything, which is kind of what I figured we'd have to do. So we'll finish sieging these and then we will be able to peace with the Union. And then it's just a matter of picking that tech group. And that'll be the end for the night. Leader shock is always good. Manpower modifier of 25%. Leader fire. A lot of leader stuff there. Sure. That what you want? What's the end one? Oops. Gain 2 Navy tradition. That's good. Discipline 10%. Yeah. Not a bad track. Is that what you want? Okay. Consider it gone for. Said I think as soon as we finish these sieges here, we will. I said we'll force the Union. And that's where we'll end it for tonight. Again, because of the time tomorrow, I normally wouldn't be getting home till about this time, so we probably won't run this tomorrow. I'll pick it up again Wednesday. Likely it'll be early to mid-afternoon on Wednesday. Wednesday is my day off, so I've got all day. If I'm up early, I'll probably be streaming something else if I'm online, but this will pick up again at sometime between 3 and 4 Eastern U.S. So those interested in following along, if you miss any of the episodes, I'm posting the entire series up on YouTube. You can find the link down at the bottom. Have quite the crowd here tonight. Glad to see everybody here. Hope you're enjoying it. Certainly a lot more fun having people along and getting all the comments and everything. Hope you're enjoying it. Hope you're learning things, maybe, if you're here for that, or just enjoying it. I know I learn things every time I play it. EU3, long-term EU3 player, and even before. But I'm by no means an expert, as you've seen from some of the boneheaded mistakes I've made tonight. But certainly interesting to get everybody's opinions in these. And again, having Synaptic and Cyber as my two of my advisors anyway, here along for the ride, makes it a lot more interesting. Another siege done. Yeah, we'll pull them out. We don't need them up there. I don't think I was around for EU1. I got involved in the Paradox games with the original Hearts of Iron. I don't think I joined the EU series until I heard about EU3, and I bought EU2 probably on sale, I would imagine, just to learn a bit about the franchise. So I played EU2 a little bit, and then I played EU3 from the early days of that. I've played all of the Hearts of Iron games. Vicky, I didn't get into until, again, Vicky 2 was coming out and Vicky 1 was on sale, or part of the pre-order maybe, so same thing with Crusader Kings as far as that goes. Got CK1 as part of the CK2 purchase. Where'd the we lost our claim. Where'd the Union go? Oh wait, that was over here, isn't it? There it is. Hell, we can get the Union and territory. Not that territory, though. I'm just going to take the Union. I don't need Kutch up there. Union and their gold. Fish in Australia, go figure. I don't think there's anything else we can do in a Union. I'm certainly not releasing yeah, we can get them to release their alliance with their treaties with Nepal as well. So that looks like the deal. Yeah. So, okay, good session today, I think. I'll do a pull the troops back. Quick synopsis. We gained a half dozen more territories, probably total. Again, when we started, we had Malwa. We'll take it to the end of the calendar year. While Malwa had a little peninsula into our land, so we got those. Plus, we've had boxed off our northern territory until that last war. We got a couple more territories off Malwa. Didn't do much with Orissa. A couple wars with Orissa today, where I think we got one territory. We got Garjad off them. Big news is we've allied with Persia now. So now our alliances are Persia, Delhi, Nepal. We have Kathwar as in a personal union with them now. So once just finished a throne claim on them, since they've been a disputed succession. Peace author. Oh, what happened? Decline. Wait a second. Ah, it got nullified. Really? How'd that happen? What the hell? Was somebody else the war leader? That shouldn't have mattered. We had a valid war. Okay, we're going to go back and finish sieging them then. I don't know what happened there. Anybody see what happened? Yep, Delhi, Malwa, Nepal, they've all been trading territories back and forth, basically. Looks like Delhi's going to get a good chunk of Malwa this time around. I said Delhi's been moving west to east. They owned all this territory. They've lost this territory, but gained this territory over here, so they're just kind of migrating to the east. Pretty soon you'll find Delhi on the Pacific Ocean. Let's get rid of those rebels too. Okay, we're going to have to re-siege this. I don't know what happened there. We did get our second tech group, which we just pushed to the military track. We've gotten a couple more colonies, including Western Australia, southwestern Australia. Excuse me. Got the islands of Flores, which we can now. We'll throw a dock out that way. Extend our naval capability to the east and into the Pacific Ocean. Once this colony's a little bit further along, we'll pull the colonist out and grab some more. Now, which way do you want to go? Do we want to try getting Madagascar? Get something over here before the Western powers jump in, or do we want to continue east? Trade modifier income, good. Okay, after this war, we'll at least grab that. After we grab a base in Madagascar, we'll sail around Africa and take a look and see how the Western powers are doing up along the western coast of Africa. And then we'll, after that, I presume we'll head back to the Pacific. I said there's a couple cheap islands we can grab in the Pacific to extend our basing capabilities further toward the Americas. Maybe we'll grab Hawaii at some point. Okay, here we go. They're going to form the Union. Give us 32 ducats. Gain prestige, 30 aggressive expansion. Okay, that's kind of what we were looking for. Let's see if we can change it up just slightly and see if I do it right today. Clear offer. Union. Gold. Looks like annul treaty. Get the treaty annul. And that's what we were sitting at last time. Now let's see what happens here. There we go. Okay, we've got our personal union with Kawathar now. Oh, we got a achievement unlocked too. What's that achievement? Royal Authority. Install a union through a succession war. Okay. So now we have a union with Kawathar. That gives us an automatic vassal/ally for any wars that we have. Okay, and all of a sudden we have coalitions forming. That gave us a bit of aggressive expansion. Let's see who is in that coalition. Swahili and Malwa. Okay, I'm not too worried about either of those, although we might want to consider raising a couple troops in the Horn of Africa, Madratine there. What's our force limit look like? 32 of 40. Think we can afford about 5,000 troops there in the Horn of Africa there, Cyber. Put us up close to our force limit modifier. Hey, we just gained another 1,500 manpower though. Orissa's in a coalition against us now as well. Let's take a look at our aggressive expansion penalties real quick. 44 points of overextension. That's going to be reduced by 24 points here momentarily. Here in 3 months, that'll go away. As far as aggressive expansion, minus 50 and minus. God, they have a lot of negatives. Minus 85 as far as Malwa's concerned. Not too worried about any of them. Get these guys down here. Our overextension will disappear here shortly. I'm going to go ahead and press the. We'll press this out to the end of the calendar year. Cores, we've got 2. That one's almost cored. That one we're already coring. Kandesh has entered a military coalition against us. Delhi broke their alliance with us. That's a little bit worrying, but not so much now that we have Persia. 46 points to core that one, and 41 points to core that one. So we'll have everything under being cored here. Let's see, Delhi just grabbed a chunk of land up there. Okay. So we're going to have to count on Persia here. We are actually bordering on Delhi now, who just broke their alliance with us. So they think we're getting too big. We think they're getting too big, and we've met in the middle. Okay, we're going to go ahead and throw a couple troops up over here then, in case Swahili decides to get a little bit frisky. We'll throw 3 up there for now. We'll worry about the rest later. Okay, like I said, I'll run it out through the end of the calendar year. That's where we'll end for tonight. We'll pick this up again Wednesday afternoon. So in the meantime, colonists about 2/3 complete in Australia. We're getting close to our next Diplotech, close enough to get those next ship types, so I'm not building any new ships. I mean, we're still a couple years away maybe, but I'm not building any new ships till we get that next Diplotech level and the new ships that come with them. Okay, we're 12, 8, and 7 on those on that stack there. We've got another 5,000 in Australia and 3,000 being built in the Horn of Africa now. Take a big view. Looks like Muscovy's still hanging around up there, not getting too far into the eastern lands. Manchu, Ming, Zhou are all potential candidates for the Chinese Empire. Japan is restricted to the islands still. Different than either of my first 2 saves. Ayutthaya is pretty much status quo from where they started the day. 2 ideas before the next military tech? Okay. Your next military tech is barracks and weapons manufactory. We can go ahead and lower the maintenance, can't we? So, yep, that's fine. I'll keep that in mind when we get to those points. National decision, no change there. It's still the same one. What do we need for some of these other decisions? And unlock national enthusiasm idea and international nobility idea. That gives us a tech cost modifier. It's not bad. Aristocratic ideas and economic ideas. Okay, national enthusiasm and international nobility idea. Not sure where they come out. Or is it don't know. Worry about them if and when we get them, I guess. Mining Act is production efficiency, aristocratic and economic ideas. Oh, completed aristocratic and economic ideas. Well, economic ideas is one of them that we're considering. Centralization idea. Have a theologian. I think we need to get a theologian immediately and get that tech cost reduction. Do we have any theologians available? We do. What do we have right now? Inflation reduction? I want that tech cost reduction, I think. That'll speed things up significantly for us. Takes it down to 804 required, 834 required, and 864 required. So that'll improve things. And if we get the Neighbor bonuses. We actually have a 5% in. Oh, we have a 10% in military now. Probably thanks to bordering the Adal here, I would imagine. No, they're only military 5. I'm not sure where we're getting military bonus from. I mean, yeah, Persia's at 11. Maybe right across the border, Oman at 12. Sharing a sea province, it counts as neighboring, so that's probably where we're getting a neighbor bonus from, and that's 10%. So that's not bad at all. Neighbor bonus of 5% and no neighbor bonus on administrative. Okay, we hit the end of the year and I missed it. Okay, let's finish recruiting that regiment. There we go. Okay, so that's where we'll end for the day. Let's see, let me catch up with the chat here. We're talking about 2 military ideas. Not sure if we're going to be able to put them in use in any way. You're talking about the 2 ideas? Leader shock and national manpower modifier? Oh, tech, yeah. Yeah. I know what you're talking about. Now, of course, next thing to consider is when we get 2 points in our next idea groups, regardless of where they come, we unlock our cavalry combat ability, which is always nice this early in the game. 10% cavalry combat ability. So whether it's 1 in Diplo and 1 in military or 2 in military, that'll be our second national idea. So again, take a look, big view. We can see most of Asia now other than the northern stretches. I think we've made some really good progress. We've got a stepping stone in the Pacific. Our next colony will be Madagascar, so we can get around the Cape of Africa here and see what's going on in the Atlantic. Okay. Well, like I said, we'll certainly push that way. So our first one will be Madagascar, and then our next one will be one of these islands here in the Pacific. We'll have a naval base finished. We already have a naval base finished here, it looks like. Oh, not quite. Just a month away from finishing the base here, which will give us our jumping off point into the Pacific. There's some cheap islands we can grab without a lot of native restlessness as we hop our way toward Hawaii and the west coast of the Americas. So that will be next session, though. I said expect this to pick up again Wednesday afternoon, sometime between, I don't know, 3 and 4 Eastern probably, give or take a little bit. I'll probably be streaming something a little bit earlier, and once a significant number of people join the channel, I'll switch over. But once again, thanks for joining, everybody. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you again next time, hopefully. Be about 45 minutes or an hour for things to get processed and up to YouTube for those that might have missed the early stages. But they will be up tonight, as have all of the saves up to this point. But thanks again. Thanks especially to Synaptic and Cyber for the advice as my advisors. Thanks everybody for your comments and participation. It was enjoyable as always, and we'll see you next time.